turning to my right over here, good to see the ACM award-winning artist here. Going to be singing the national anthem at Bellator this weekend in Los Angeles. Something's Going On is his most recent album, released in March of last year. He's going to be in the film I Can Only Imagine coming up in March of this year. Good to see you, Trace Adkins. How are you?
Hello, Rich.
Good to see you.
See you.
You have the deepest voice, I think, of all time, man. That's a great set of pipes, brother.
I don't think of all time.
It is. Well, when was the first time you realized you could carry a tune? When was that first time?
Yeah, I started singing a little bit in church when I was a kid, but I was too shy to ever really do it. I didn't start singing in front of people till I was 17, something like that.
Okay. And so, did you? Because we were talking before. You seem like you could have played football. Did you ever try playing football?
I did
Trace?
play football. I love playing football.
Where'd you play it? In Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went and played a year at Louisiana Tech.
That's the alma mater of Terry Bradshaw.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Oh, you can't. They don't let you forget it either. You walk in the field house and there's like a 20-foot mural of him at the end of the.
Terry's
building.
everywhere.
Oh, he's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, man, I loved football. Was my life.
What'd you play?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. That's what you pull.
Nailed it.
Good pull right there. That's what he's just seeing how big you were. He's like defense. So you could come. You rushed the quarterback. That's what you try to do.
Well, I tried to.
Okay.
But I also played offensive tackle when I was in high school. So I got down there and we'd start the practices and I'd work out with the defensive ends, and then they'd put me at offensive tackle on the scout squad, and I had to block a 2-time All-American every day, and he basically ended my career. I didn't have my right knee wouldn't stay together.
So when you're growing up, who was your guy? Who was the guy that you said I'd love to be him, or I'd love to play against him if I should get to a certain level? Who was your guy?
Play against somebody. I don't really know.
Okay,
but I grew up in the time in Louisiana when, it was Archie Manning, and
one of the greatest people I've ever met, Archie Manning. I love that man.
I think he's the greatest quarterback that ever played that didn't ever get to play on a good team. Bless his heart. He just had so much talent, and he just never got to play on a good team.
Yeah, those Saints teams were just never.
It was tough growing up a Saints fan back then, man. Now it's.
So Saints are still your team right now?
Well, I love to see them do well, sure.
So you were on the wrong end on Sunday, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I just think the world Drew Brees. I think he's just an incredible talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
good guy too.
That is what happened to the Saints fans on Sunday. It sounds like a country song that's just waiting to be written.
Really?
Doesn't it sound like to you? You're on the wrong end. You're about to win. You're about to go to the NFC Championship game, and that sort of thing happened. I don't. Look. That's your area of the business. I don't.
No.
I don't want to. No. You don't want to
it's
relive
still,
it?
I guess it's still, still a sore spot. I don't want to go there yet.
It's still a little raw.
It's like, you get your heart broken. You don't write that song the next day.
So have you met Archie? Have you?
I've not met Archie, no.
No kidding.
No.
How about the rest of the Manning
Peyton,
family?
I met Peyton. And,
okay.
But, no, I haven't had the opportunity.
Okay. Trace Adkins here on this edition of the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so you're singing the national anthem coming up this weekend?
Yeah.
In Bellator. Are you an MMA guy at all? Or are you?
Yeah, I watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't keep up with it a whole lot, but any guy with his middle name's Rampage, I'll go watch that because my middle name's Rampage, so it's.
There you go, Trace Rampage Adkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not many people know that.
Okay, no. Are we breaking news here?
Breaking news. Yeah.
Fantastic. Alert the media, Chris, will you please?
I'll tweet that out right now.
Man?
Yeah, I'll tweet that out right now.
And then are you an SEC guy? Obviously, you're LSU. Would we say that?
Yeah, I was an LSU fan. Yeah, I'm an SEC guy, sure.
Okay.
I live in Tennessee,
That was an interesting job search that they just recently had.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, so
my daughter, one of my daughters actually goes to UT. So
okay, all right. So we sent you this song that we kind of created based off of Nick Saban. He stepped to the podium. When was this? November, December? Chris, it was right around there.
Yeah, early November.
Yeah, he steps to the podium and he starts talking about how somebody who strolled past coming to the podium, they just had torn up jeans, ripped up jeans, holes in them. And I heard it and I said, you know what? If we set that to music, it sounds like a country music song. Here it is.
wanted to know how we got here. Not to offend anybody out there, but I just walked by some jeans, wore out jeans, holes in them, all cut up. I just remember when I was a kid in West Virginia, I was ashamed to go to school because my jeans were wore out, only because we didn't have any better. Now they buy them that way. I just wanted to know how we got here. I just wanted to know how we got here.
There you go. We figured, you know what, since you are an award winner, you are as good as they come, man. You are, Trace. Don't worry. You're so humble. Let me talk about that sort of stuff. So we figured, we wrote the lyrics out. We wrote his soliloquy out for you, right? Do we have the lyrics there?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
You got it right there?
Okay.
Anyway. No. Set it up however you wish. You got your own way of doing it. Here we go. Trace Adkins, everyone, on The Rich Eisen Show, doing Nick Saban's How Did We Get Here?
I guess I just want to know how we got here. Not to offend anybody out there, but I just walked by some jeans, wore out jeans with holes in them, all cut up. I just remember when I was a kid in West Virginia, I was ashamed to go to school because my jeans were wore out, only because we didn't have any better. Now they buy them that way, and I just want to know, how did we get here? Tell me, how did we get here? Don't understand these kids these days. Guess I never will. Somebody please tell me, how did we get here? People, how did we get here? Is that, you know what?
All right.
My manager just a few minutes ago showed me the new laminate that we have for our tour this year. Because we didn't know what we were going to call this tour this year. So I hope there's no copyright infringement. But my tour this year is going to be the How Did We Get Here tour. Because it's so funny, because I ask that question all the time, when you do something that you just feel like you really got lucky and something that you're passionate about and something that you love to do turns into your career and you get to make a living doing that, and sometimes you just have to step back and go, how did this happen? How did we get here,
I feel the same way about my career. I always think my career is kind of like tore up jeans, holes in them.
Well, but it's...
That's fantastic. Well, you really put that on a laminate. That's great.
Isn't that funny?
You've got to send us one. We've got to put it here in the studio.
All right. That's a profound question.
It's
deep.
That's why, honestly, when I first heard that press conference, I thought to myself, that sounds like a country music lyric to me. Maybe we should just get all Nick Saban, just create the whole damn
whole
thing.
album.
I just love it. He just came out and just said, you know what? He just disarmed everybody. I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. I just noticed something outside, and I got to talk about this.
He's Nick freaking Saban, man.
That's great, man.
The Peppermill Concert Hall in West Wendover, Nevada on February the 9th. The Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, Bach Center in Tulsa, United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. Those are the 4 upcoming tour dates. And your new single, what's your new single? What do you have for me on that?
Still a Soldier. Yeah, that's a new one that we got out.
Okay. What's that about?
Well, it's about, it's a tip of the hat to all those veterans organizations that I've worked with over the years. And it has been the most rewarding thing, I think, that I've had an opportunity to do is associate with those men and women that have served, and I've always come out better for it by spending time with them, and so, and pretty much to a man, they all feel that way. They're still soldiers at their core, and I don't care if they live to be 120 years old. They're still soldiers, and that's what this song is. Just a tip of the hat to those men and women.
Good for you, man. Because people aren't buying albums, listening to music, if they don't have the freedom to sit back and enjoy that sort of stuff.
There you go.
Seriously, it's something we take for granted all too often in this country. And then the film I Can Only Imagine about the most played contemporary Christian song of all time. Is that what it is?
I guess so, yeah. That's what I heard. Okay. Wasn't mine.
Okay.
They just hired me to play the manager of the band.
Right. Okay.
So
great.
And I met the guy. This is the first time I've ever met somebody that I was portraying in a movie, and it was like looking at my long-lost brother. We're about the same height, about the same size, goatee, the whole thing. It was weird.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be in theaters on March 16th. Enjoy the weekend at Bellator. Come back anytime, Trace Adkins.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks very much for that rendition.
Oh, I'm sure that'll get made fun of.
No.
Oh, no. That's a hit.
No,
That's a hit.
I'm sure awards
Oh, okay.
are in the offing.
All right.
That's
I
the way
just
I'll
hope it didn't make Saban mad. That's all.
Then he'll just wonder how he got here. Trace Adkins, check him out on Twitter at Trace Adkins. And again, his most recent album, Something Going On, and Still a Soldier, his most recent single. Good to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me, Rich.
You bet. 844-204-RICH. We'll take your calls as we finish up our Thursday show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.